on the fast track to notoriety from the middle of a prison cell, it's really easy to reimagine yourself. To re-envision and paint a brand new picture of the person that you really are. It's even easier when you've been such a good actress for such a long time. And after all, you deserve your accolades. It's hard work shitting your pants and making your mother change it. This story was submitted to me by a viewer. Her name is Nicole. In the summer of 2011, her daughter shared the same activities coordinator as Gypsy Rose Blanchard. They planned a zoo night. Nicole's daughter at the time was considered nonverbal because she had a hard time speaking to others, but she was practicing a whole lot. Since it's a disability-friendly event, parents are encouraged to step back and allow their children to do the activity by themselves. Nicole was standing back behind her daughter, observing the situation close to Dee Dee. Dee Dee was speaking to zoo staff. Dee Dee's demeanor was really strange. Our typical Southern belle, sweet woman, who's usually bubbly, is on edge this evening. To Nicole's surprise, her daughter runs to her, crying, "We need to leave." Her daughter is on the spectrum, and she knows that she's very close to having a meltdown. She's at the age where her meltdowns are embarrassing to her, and she does not want her daughter to feel any kind of embarrassment, so they hijack it to the car. Once they get to the car and her daughter calms down, her daughter tells her what happened. Gypsy was at another table, and she asked her, "How can you change your voice like that?" Since her daughter was 8, she was fascinated at the fact that Gypsy Rose was able to change her voice at any given time. Gypsy looked at this 8-year-old and said, "The same way I'll use my thumbs to push your eyeballs to the back of your skull." I want you to sit with that for a minute. And I want you to think about what we know about Gypsy Rose now. If we have a daughter, when she turns 13, I'll let you take her. Because you're the master of the house, of course. And she looked at an 8-year-old child at a disability-friendly event and told them she would take her thumbs and push her eyeballs to the back of her skull. Now, here's an even more enlightening thing from Nicole's daughter at the time. Nicole's daughter did not like her. Nicole's daughter said that she was a spoiled brat. Nicole's daughter picked up on the fact that this person's a bad seed very early on. Nicole did the responsible thing and she reported it to the service coordinator. And the service coordinator said there was just nothing they could do, and there probably wouldn't be any disciplinary action. Because of this, it forced Nicole to keep her daughter home and not return to any more activities because they knew that Gypsy would be there. And her daughter, rightfully so, did not want to see Gypsy at all ever again. Even more peculiar, Dee Dee was acting like a battered spouse, as if she was afraid of Gypsy. The event took place at Dickerson Zoo in Springfield, Missouri. And there were several other disability-friendly events that were coordinated for her daughter and Gypsy to be at the same time. Milk and cookies with Santa, art walks downtown. The reason her daughter was prompted to ask this question to begin with was the way that she had asked for paint. She asked for it in a more normal voice instead of her high-pitched, baby, infantile, poor me voice that she usually uses. Nicole said that the reason that she compared Dee Dee to a battered spouse was the way that Gypsy had asked for a drink. She said, "I want a drink." And Dee Dee immediately jumped up and ran around very flustered as if it was all her fault that she didn't think 10 steps ahead to hand her one. Much like our friend V, Nicole feels the same way about Gypsy Rose. She was the first person with a disability that she couldn't find anything to like. Even added, it doesn't feel good to think that way about somebody, especially if they have a disability and especially if they're a child. But Nicole, I think we can let you off the hook for that because she turned out to be neither one. If you were wondering how this impacted Nicole's daughter, it absolutely did not. Nicole's daughter went on to grow up, graduate high school, go to college, and become a vet tech, even showing her independence and moving 2 hours away from home at first to complete her college courses. Nicole's ran into a bad spell with her health, and her daughter has decided to move home and help take care of her. See, Gypsy? There are plenty of people who have a hard life and they grow past what they go through and they become better people. They don't murder their mother and then use it as a stepping stone to become an influencer. They just keep going through their hardship because they know it's just a little further and they work really hard to turn their lives around. But we know that you'll never do that. Now, if you like content like this, do me a favor and go ahead and press all these buttons. Make sure you drop your comment down below so we can keep the conversation going. How do you feel about this story about Gypsy Rose Blanchard? I hope you have a beautiful day. Please stay blessed, stay happy, stay safe, and stay full. And please, for the love of God, remember not to shit your pants. And I will talk to you later. Bye.